Hey guys, it's me, Shamika, Fiers, Femme, whichever one you want to call me. And today I'm going to be talking about the differences that I've experienced from month 7 to month 8. Month 8. 8. I don't know why I can't talk. But yeah, I had a couple things to talk about. I don't have a lot to talk about, which is good. That means I'm improving. I have a little tan. I've been outside a lot. Since September and October, I was sitting outside a lot, so I got a little tan. But I just want to talk about some of the improvements that's been going on in my body and things you can look forward to when you finally get to this stage with TSW. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is like with my neck, and of course I'm going to insert pictures. So let me move over a little bit. Yeah. One thing I noticed is like my neck is a lot, the texture is different. Like it still used to have like raised texture. Like, you know, if you're going through TSW or you have any type of rash, things like psoriasis, you know, sometimes your skin feels like raised a bit, like when a rash is about to start and stuff like that. Now it's just like really smooth. So that's one thing I noticed about in my 8th month. Another thing is so basically the texture is much better. I'm noticing that I could actually see like my natural like marks on my neck and stuff. Like the color is different, it's a lot lighter. I don't have to wrap my neck anymore. Even in month 7 I still had to wrap my neck because at night and even during the day it used to feel really uncomfortable. Like the skin was getting used to like stretching, expanding, and contrasting. So like basically stretching, even though it had looked better, it was still giving me a lot of pain. And these days, thankfully, you know, I don't have to wrap my neck to sleep. I don't have to wrap my neck just walking around the house. I've noticed that. Okay, my chest area improved vastly. Like I've been telling y'all, my breasts, they're coming back so the normal color. They're like, those have healed. My breasts have healed way faster than any other part of my body. I'm not sure why, but they're healed up. They still have marks on it, but they're pretty healed up. So I'm happy with that because now I don't feel uncomfortable when I have to wear like my exercise bras, my workout bras, or just bra in general, or even just having myself in a top like used to be irritating. So I used to have like Muslim cloths, or have to put Muslim cloths to make sure that I was comfortable. I no longer have to do that, so I love that. As far as my arms, I'll show you guys my arms. So this is my right arm, of course, and it's doing much better. But like, remember when I was telling you guys about the texture on my neck and how it sometimes hurt? It's what's going on with my arms now. So my arms is like a little bit behind my chest and my neck. And what I noticed is my chest healed. Like when I say chest, I mean like by my bosom area, healed up really quick. And then my neck, my face was first, my chest was second, my neck was third, and now my arms are taking their time. But I have faith because you know, everything else is working. Like majority of last month, month 7, I had to wrap my arms. And this month I was not wrapping my arms like that, but I find that sometimes I do get irritated, maybe depending on, because I eat bread sometimes now. So I feel like I overdid it with the bread for 2 days now. And so last night it was hurting really bad, like especially in the middle, and I could feel how it has like the raised rash I was talking about. So it still hurts. So it hurts from time to time. Most days it doesn't bother me, but it bothers me more than any other place on my body, even behind my leg. This is my left arm right now, so it's the same thing I was just explaining to you guys about just having like texture. It has texture to it. But as far as like down here is smooth on both arms, and like right here in the corner, the side right here is smooth, but like the main area in the middle is so irritated because, you know, you always have to bend and open it. So that's what I'm working on this month. Hopefully next month, you know, that will be a thing of the past. a big thing for me in September, month 8, was when I was able to actually get in the shower. Like, I did a Dead Sea salt bath. I'm going to enter in the Dead Sea salt that I bought from Amazon, and I'll have it in the link below. But what I thought I was going to only use like half the bag. I used the whole bag, and I did a soak for about, I think it was 20 minutes. I did the first soak for 10 minutes, and then I emptied out the bathtub, and then I did it again for another 10 minutes with the other half of the bag. And once I was done with that, I went into the shower, and it just felt so good after not being able to like take a full shower for 7 months. Like, just standing underneath the water and having it hit my head and everything. It just felt so good. So I was so happy when I was able to do that, because I knew I was starting to heal, and I was on my way to, like, you know, feeling like me again. And after I took that shower, I remember telling myself, okay, well, I'm going to try to take baths when I do my red light. But I just continue taking my showers. So now I take my showers faithfully like I used to before I got sick. So I'm enjoying that because I love being in the water. I started to sleep better, like not waking up feeling any type of pain or having to change my bandages, or, you know, I used to sweat throughout the night. Sometimes you have these spurs where you just get really wet, or you get really hot, or you get really cold. Though that wasn't happening to me anymore, so I'm so happy I'm able to sleep now. And then another big thing is I'm able to put my arms under my comforter. And before, I know that sounds strange, but before I couldn't put my arms under my comforter because it would feel weird. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I just couldn't cover fully. So sometimes, even if it was cold, I would just be cold on my top half because I just could not put my arms underneath the sheet at all. And I could not, like, bend my arm to lay on it or anything like that. So big improvements, big changes. And if you're going through it in the rough part, just know that it will get better. You just have to really, really, really be diligent about the things that you're digesting, putting into your body, and the things that you're putting on your body. And I test me getting better from just like the no moisture treatment, which I'm going to talk about in another video by itself. I'm just making sure I have all the research so that I could bring it to you guys and how it could help you if that's something you want to try. Everything doesn't work for everybody, but for me, the no moisture treatment definitely helped. It helped me a lot. It helped me a whole lot, because before I was doing that, it was horrible. It is horrible during the no moisture treatment. It's not fun, but I knew that just from watching other people and doing my research, that was what was going to help me. And I seen them getting better, so that's why I did it. That's why I chose to do it for me. And then another thing that I really, really liked, which I already have a video on, was the red light therapy. I'm going to keep talking about how good that was for me, because even though a lot of people just use it for beauty and stuff like that, it is used in the medical field for things like cancer, athletes, and things like that. So if you want to learn more about the red light therapy, I will link it in the description box below. So those were two things that I feel like really accelerated my healing. And then on top of that, eating well, like cutting out all processed foods, just eating straight organic fruits and vegetables, and really just sticking to my diet, even when you feel like you want something like ice cream or something like that. For me, it wasn't worth it. You know, I just really wanted to get better, and it's still on my mind, because I look up things and I see people who hit like 2 years, and then they go and they eat something, and it just messes up their whole healing journey. So I'm going to be on my healing journey for a while, and I'm going to stick to my diets, because I remember how I feel, and I'm glad that I was conscientious enough to videotape myself so that I can look back and see where I came from, and I don't ever want to have to experience that again. I mean, if it happens, it will be because it's supposed to happen, but I'm going to make sure that I do what I need to do on my end to make sure that that does not happen again. because even though your outside organ, your biggest organ is healing on the outside, it doesn't mean that the insides are fully healed as of yet. So another thing that I noticed in month 8 was I was more comfortable outside, guys. Like, before, I literally could not be in the sun. Like, it would sting. It would just sting. Like, I would just stand by the door. Everything bothered me. Scents, candles, plugins, certain detergent. You know, I had to change my detergent and all that stuff. I still don't use regular detergent, but now, like, where I'm staying now, they love like plugins and Febreze spray, and I feel like when I get my own space, I'm not really gonna be into all of that synthetic scents and stuff like that. But when you're in a certain environment, you have to just go with it. But now that I'm better, it doesn't affect me as much. I'm not saying like they spray all the time, but even just me sitting here when it's not sprayed, I will still smell everything. Like, I was just hypersensitive to everything, and I've noticed that in month 8, I am not hypersensitive to a lot of things. I could sometimes eat me a fruit ice cream bar. I'm happy when I can eat those things. Sorbet, I can eat sorbet. I like the raspberry sorbet from Talenty, so good. But I don't eat it all the time, but those are the little treats I give myself. I'm able to eat tangerines now. Anything citrus used to bother me, except for lemons. But like tangerines, oranges, even mangoes used to make me scratch. And I'm so happy that I could eat that again. I noticed that spinach used to make me scratch as well. So I'm happy to be able to eat that again. And I'm eating fish, like I said, every once in a while. Whenever, but mostly I'm on the same diet, which would be like, you know, like rice, lentils, sweet potatoes. I'm obsessed with sweet potatoes at this point. And I eat a lot of spinach, kale, you know, those things. If you want to know what I eat, I'm gonna also link the video where I did like some shopping at the farmers market, and you could get the list and everything, because I believe I wrote the list out below that video. And let's see. Oh, yes. I made my own Calendula salve, and that has been a tremendous help for my body. When I take my showers, if it's not a red light day, once I come out, you know, I pat myself down, make sure I'm dry. And you don't have to be fully dry. Not saying that you're soaked, but, you know, pat yourself. And then I made my Calendula salve, and I rub that all on my arms, my neck, my chest, my whole body, really. Not just places where I have the rash, because it's very, very, very good for your body. And I also drink Calendula. And I put it in my hair. My hair is growing back. I started to grow my hair back. So I'm going to do a video on how much growth I have and what I've been using. So that will be coming soon. But yeah, I use it in my hair every day. I use it on my entire body every day. And now at night, just recently, 2 days ago, I started putting it on my face at night. Let me come up a little closer. So this is how my face is looking. I just did a mask, a hibiscus mask and a baking soda mask. I have a video on that coming up on my channel as well. Or by the time you see this, it will already be out. So I'm going to link that in the description box as well. And I'm just saying, like, when you get to this point in your journey where you've hit 7 months, or the month where you feel like you're comfortable enough to start treating your marks, then, you know, there's plenty of things that I have on my channel that can assist you and make you feel very feminine. I'm just trying to get back into my femininity and love myself and just feel like myself again, which, if you haven't gone through something like this, it might just look like, oh, you had this big rash and how serious can it be? But once you experience it, it's not fun. It's not comfortable. It's one of the worst things I've ever had to experience in my life. And I truly understand what you may be going through. If you are going through it, I understand. Like, there's no way of even talking about how it feels. Like, it's just one of the worst experiences that I truly ever had in my life. That's all I could really say. I have videos from 5 months, but I put pictures in from how it started and how much it grew to, and just the mental part of it is just a whole nother story. So I'm super happy with how far I have come, and you know, I have faith that I'm going to just heal completely and just be able to just fly and do everything I always wanted to do in my life. So I started doing my face mask, as I was saying, like taking care of the marks on my face. I have a little pimple, but I don't care. Yeah, just taking care of my face. And a lot of the reasons why, and I started to bring it down my neck recently, but I'll talk about that in month 9. And I lost my train of thought. My skin is very important to me. It has always been, because my mom, when she was younger, she told me she suffered a lot with acne, so that's why she always wanted to help me take care of my skin. But as I grew older and just going through this and doing my research, a lot of the items that we use daily from like these big corporations, they have a lot of things in there that not only can cause your organs to shut down or get addicted to stuff, they mess with you, and sometimes they're linked to cancer, allegedly. So for me, I'm just trying to keep it as clean as possible. So on my face, for my face mask, I just use things like hibiscus, turmeric, baking soda, you know, purified water, apple cider vinegar, clean things. And then what I use on my face is the eczema honey oil. But then I also told you that I started to use my Calendula salve. I'm working on some things, so eventually I could bring these things to you guys. Yeah, I'm liking the improvement so far with my skin, and then in my hair, which I'll show you in the next video when I'm talking about my hair. It's actually going back in my edges. It's gonna take a little bit because it did a lot of damage, but again, I have faith that everything will work out the way I want it to, and I'm going to manifest everything to come towards me, you know, the right thing. I heavily started with working out, and I remember reading and they saying working out can actually help accelerate you getting better. I wasn't able to do much, but from, let's see, this is 8, 7, 6. Oop, sorry. Month 6, I started to just meditate. Month 7, I started doing yoga, and yoga was easy for me to do, just like a calming yoga. And then I started to work my way up and just do it every day. And then I got heavy into my meditation, and now I'm doing cardio, a bit of cardio. So I feel like it's helping me like get endurance, lift my body up, and just feel good. I want to thank you guys for keeping me encouraged. If you are on my channel, subscribe, hit the like button. It really does help the channel to grow and to get to more people who need to see me and see what I'm talking about. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, and have a great day, have a great night, have a good morning, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.